Hi, today I want to show you how to manage a few things in Table Press. Your table will look different than this one, obviously. You can set it up according to columns, but right now, or today, I just want to show you how to manage a couple of attributes. In my first cell, I have the word search engines, and I want that to be bold, so I'm at a little code there. Shift less than sign and B, and then shift greater than sign, and then the end tag will be shift / B, and then shift for greater than sign. So those are your tags that you use to give an attributes to something in a table. And we're going to, every time we do something, we're going to come down, scroll down, and click Save Changes. There are two different ways that you can add a link to a cell. One is to just copy and paste in some code for the link and then change the URL. And I will email that to you. But basically your code is less than sign A space href equals quotation marks around the URL, and that's really important. You have to have the quotation marks. Then to get it to open up in a new window, we're typing in the word target equals quotation marks, the word blank, quotation marks, and then end that part of the code with your greater than symbol. There are no spaces between the equal signs and the quotation marks. Then we have to tell that link what it's supposed to read online. So this is a link to Google. So I'm going to type the word Google in between my my tags, and I'm going to end with less than / A and then greater than symbol. So that's one way that you can add a link. There's also kind of an easier way to do it. So I want to show you that. First of all, I'm going to save changes. The first way you might want to use, if you already have the code in there and you just want to copy a new URL and put it in there. Let's say I want to add another link to Google down here, so I'm going to just go down to Table Manipulation, and I'm going to click on the icon that says Insert Link, and that'll tell me to click in the cell that I want to add a link to, and I'll say OK and click in that one. Now I will have needed to already grab my URL online, so I'm going to make that one. Control C, copy that, come back, and when it's blue and highlighted, that means I can paste right over it. And then I'm going to click the window, open link in new window or tab, and I'll add the link. Now that does everything for me that I did manually, but it's a little bit easier. So what you need to do is find your URL, copy that, and then come in and paste it. If you want a cell to be blank, you can type in hashtag col span, COLSPAN, hashtag, and that'll leave that space blank. Now sometimes you're going to want to delete or add rows. Now say I want to delete row 4, so I'm going to just check right out in the margin there, and then I'm going to click selected rows. I'm going to delete. Do I want to? Yes, I want to. And now what was 5 turns to 4. That's how you delete a row. Now let's say I want to add a row after row 1. Well, let's add it after row 2. So I'm going to check the spot where I want to add it, and I'm going to insert a row. That's pretty easy. And make sure that we save our changes after every change. That way you don't risk losing something. Okay, so if I want to preview the changes, I can do that there. See how it's going to look. That doesn't really tell me how it's going to look on my website. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to actually put it on my page. So for each table in Table Press you get a short code, and that shows right up here, short code. I'm going to copy that, and I've already set up a page for this table, so I'm going to go to that window and paste my short code, click Update to save it, and now I can view that page and see what my table looks like. And the other thing that I can do is test my links. Well, that one worked, and it opens in a new window, so that's great. But wait a minute, where's the other link I made? Well, I'm going to click Edit right here, and I can get right back to the table that I made. I'm going to look at that code, and I realize that I forgot to put something between the end of the first part of the code and the last part. So it doesn't know what it's supposed to say. So I'm going to type in search Google, save that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that page that I was on before and refresh it. And there's that link. And you can see the search engine's bolded. I don't have anything in these cells over here, the ones following, but if I did, they would show up, obviously. And I hope that helps you with how to add a link, how to add a shortcode to a page if you need that, and manipulating the text somewhat in your Table Press table.